Exhausted migrants, many from conflict zones, desperate for a safer life in Europe, finally approached the Greek coast, but they are not welcome. Border guards push them back. Many of them, including women and children, drown. Others are rescued by Turkish coast guards. Pushbacks are against international refugee protection agreements, and evidence strongly suggests that the EU's border guard agency Frontex was complicit.
Greek Coast Guard, this is Turkish Coast Guard. You are now pushing back the migrants to Turkish territorial waters. This action is violation of international law.
During a committee hearing at the European Parliament, the Frontex chief Fabrice Leggeri acknowledged pushbacks, but denied Frontex participation and insisted proper protocols were followed.
And my decision was to sign a letter to the commander of the Hellenic Coast Guard to ask him what is this. So in both cases, I asked the Greek minister and the Hellenic Coast Guard commander to investigate and to let me know what is the result of these investigations.
His explanation angered parliamentarians.
Now, in your view, is it sufficient to send a letter to the Greek authorities and believe them when they state all is fine, when actually you have the obligation to terminate any activity of the agency if the conditions to conduct those activities are no longer fulfilled, as is stated in Article 46 of the Frontex mandate?
Early this year, Danish officials said one of their patrol boats was ordered by Frontex to put the migrants back into their dinghy and tow it out of Greek waters. Frontex director says it's an isolated incident, but internal email chains show it was a direct order. Human rights groups also called on the EU to ensure that its border police follow international protocols.
What we know for sure is that Frontex has turned a blind eye to what is happening in Greece. And there's been, through the Freedom of Information system, there's been emails that have been published showing how, for example, Frontex officers reported back to the headquarters that they recorded pushbacks by the Greek authorities, by the Greek Coast Guard, and did nothing.
Human Rights Watch says nothing much has changed over the years and published a report on the issue.
We argue in that report is the fact that Frontex, knowingly hands over people to Greek authorities who will abuse their rights, makes Frontex complicit. Maybe not for direct violations, but indirectly, Frontex is complicit about the human rights abuses in Greece.
Several MEPs question why the agency still has not hired the 40 independent fundamental rights monitors.
As somebody who is leading 10,000 armed men, we would like to know that we can trust you, and I'm beginning to wonder about the hiring of the fundamental rights officers. Why are you starting only now? You're supposed to hire 40 and we are at 0.
While Greece and Frontex continue to deny any wrongdoing, still now more evidence of migrants having made it to Greek territory being turned back and abandoned in the freezing wintry Aegean. This video, recorded on the 8th of December, was shared by Turkey's Interior Minister on his Twitter account, allegedly showing Greek coast guards forcing 17 migrants onto 2 boats and pushing them back out to sea. The men on the half-sunken boats were found handcuffed. The cuts and bruises on their bodies are visible. They may not feel it, but these people are the lucky ones, rescued by the Turkish Coast Guard. The worry is for those less fortunate, who have been cast adrift by an uncaring society. Mehmet Solmaz, TRT World.